welcome back to my channel, and today I'm back with another episode of Prepare with Nikita Tanwani. Now, a lot of my audience has been asking me for the longest time to make more videos about the interview round and the question answer segment of pageants. Now, I cover those topics in a lot more detail in my workshops. And if you follow me on my Instagram or if you're a subscriber to my channel, then you would have noticed that a few days ago I shared this survey form with all of you and asked people to fill out that form so that I can understand my audience better. And because all of you are really smart, so you've already figured out that that is related to a training program that I'm going to be coming out with very, very soon. And so if you don't want to miss out on that news, then do follow me on my Instagram, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and also don't forget to turn on your post notifications so that you don't miss out on that announcement. This is one of the biggest reasons that I'm super pumped and excited about the year 2021, because I'll get to interact a lot more with all of you through those sessions. If you've already attended one of my workshops, then you already know how engaging and interactive the workshops are. But the workshops have always been very topic specific. But I realized that there's a need for a more generic and a wholesome pageant training package. And so those are the courses that I'm going to be coming out of it. If you haven't found the survey form yet or filled it out until now, then I'm going to link it in the description box below. So please do take out a few minutes of your time and fill it out so that I can understand better what you guys are looking for. But for now, for today's video, I've compiled a list of 5 things that you should keep in mind if you have a pageant interview or any interview coming up, or if you're just preparing for pageants in general. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So the very first thing that you have to keep in mind for an interview is remember to have an answer to questions such as tell us about yourself, tell us your story, what's your story, give us a brief introduction of yourself, or just introduce yourself. Because what happens a lot of times with pageant aspirants or just interview candidates in general is that you focus so much on preparing for the subjective questions that are going to be a part of the interview round is that you forget to prepare this introduction. And so what happens in that scenario is that when you walk into the interview room and that's the first question given to you, because you hadn't really prepared an answer for that, so many of us get stumped at the question, tell us about yourself. And because you didn't really have an answer prepared, that is where your confidence breaks. You get very nervous. All of a sudden your mind goes into Bazinga mode. And because the first question threw you off guard, that is where the interview starts going downhill. And I say this from personal experience because both during our zonal interviews as well as the main interviews during the 40-day journey of Miss India, both times the first question asked during the interview rounds were tell us your life story and introduce yourself. Now in job interview, this question makes a lot of sense because the interviewer doesn't know you. But in pageants, for example, during the main interview, during the 40-day journey, the organization already knows a lot about you. And so how you can utilize this question to your benefit is during the auditions, you had to limit your introduction to a certain time limit, and there were certain things that you were not able to include in your intro. And so when I say that you always have more opportunities and more chances to tell the organization and the panelists more about yourself, there might be something really interesting that you weren't able to mention before due to a word limit, due to a time limit, or any other reason. This is where you insert that piece of information. So the first answer to this question, the introduction, is what can help you actually set the pace of your own interview. So when they say that sometimes the interviewee has that control, the ball is in your court right now, and so based on something really unique and really interesting that you may have said, it's very possible that the next question will be about that only. And so that is how you can also control the interview in a way. And so to summarize, one of the first things that you have to keep in mind before an interview is to, one, remember to have an introduction so that you're not thrown off guard and you are very smooth and prompt when it comes to that question. And secondly, be very smart and strategic about what you're going to be saying in this introduction, because that sets the tone and the pace for the rest of the interview. The next thing that you have to keep in mind during an interview is remember to not interrupt. So while panelists and interviewers during a pageant interview specifically, they are looking for really good speakers and they are looking for good communication skills, but what happens is that a lot of aspirants tend to confuse good speaking skills with not being a good listener. But you have to understand that it's equally important to be a good listener as well. And so just in that excitement and enthusiasm, if you feel like you know the answer to the question or you already know what the question is before the panelist has finished saying the question, never ever interrupt the person who is asking you the question, and also be very mindful of who the question was addressed to. Now, a lot of times the interviews will happen in a group of 3 or a group of 5. There might be other contestants too. And if someone has started speaking before you, maybe the question was just addressed to everyone in general, just have etiquettes and mannerisms, and these are also tiny things. Apart from what you say, it also makes a difference, and panelists and interviewers are noticing this. How do you respond to a situation where the other person is speaking? Do you let them finish, or do you interrupt and make your own point? So you have to remember that a pageant interview is not a debate competition or a group discussion where you have to win by making your point faster and speaking over other people, because in this scenario there's no moderator, and so you have to be your own moderator. And just remember that you should not come across as a rude candidate in any scenario, because you may have all the right answers, but if you came off as rude or someone who interrupts and does not really take the time to listen, which is different from hearing, that also leaves a very bad impression, and that is not the type of quality that they would be looking for in a title holder. The third thing to keep in mind during an interview is that you do not need to know everything. It is a very good idea to brush up on all current affairs as much as possible before your interviews, because as a public figure, you should be well informed about what is happening in the world, in the country, what is happening around you, and have opinions on those things. Because, for example, farmers' protests in Delhi and Haryana right now, if this was a question posed to you in an interview and you had absolutely no idea what is going on in the country, that is not really a good impression that you would leave on the panelists, because that is something that is really being highlighted in the news these days. So make sure that you are well informed about current news in general, but at the same time, it is entirely possible that you are not aware of something. It is not possible for a person to know everything that is going around. It might not be your field of interest. It could be any reason that you just don't know what they're talking about. Now, in this scenario, do not try to make up answers even if you have no idea what they're talking about, because the panelists, the interviewers are not new people. They've been doing it for longer than you were actually born, and so they will see through any type of pretense that you try to pull off. And so don't do that, because that does not leave a good impression either. It is completely fine to just say that I do not know about this, I'm not informed, and that I will try to be more well informed in the future. It is completely fine to say that, and this quality of being able to admit and accept that you lack a certain knowledge or that you could be wrong and you just don't have an opinion on a certain thing is still fine. It works way better than being dishonest in any situation. Now, the next piece of advice that I would want to share with all of you, and something that is a quality that just has to be there in a title holder, is clarity of thought. That is so important. And why this is so important is because a lot of contestants and aspirants tend to confuse diplomacy with confusion. And you have to understand it's not the same thing. Being diplomatic is a good quality to have in certain questions and certain situations where being on either of the extremist sides would lead to cross-questioning or could be controversial and could be offensive to a certain community of people. And it's okay to be on the middle of the spectrum in a lot of situations and have that type of opinion. But if they ask you, what do you want to do? Which pageant are you aiming for in the future? Would you come back for another pageant next year? How suitable do you think you are for this particular title? For example, if you're in Miss India and they ask you, which pageant is really your goal? Do you want to go for Grand? Do you want to go for World? Do you want to go for United Continents? You should have a very clear answer, or at least they should feel, the panelists, is that you know yourself, because this is where the part of self-awareness that goes into pageant preparation comes in. They need to know that this person understands herself, she knows what she's doing, she knows what she wants to achieve in life, or what her goals are. And at the age of 18, 19, I understand that you may not have very specific and set goals for the next 5 years or 10 years. It is fine. The panelists also know that they are interviewing people from the ages of 18 to 26, 27. And so clarity of thought varies at different stages of life. But if a certain candidate seems very confused and does not have clear answers to what the interviewers are asking, for example, if I ask them, why do you think the pageant is going to help you in a certain field or work interest that they have, and they try to go around in circles and they don't really come out with a very clear answer, usually that happens because they don't have an answer to itself. They have not thought about these things. It's questions such as, why do you want to win this title? What are your future plans? How are you going to use this platform? These are questions that you should have very clear and well thought out answers to. And so clarity of thought is extremely important in an interview. My last piece of advice to anyone preparing for an interview would be to not break down. Now, this holds true more for pageant interviews than job interviews in general, because there are so many emotions during a pageant, it is very easy to get overwhelmed, and questions such as tell us your life story. And a lot of candidates have had really difficult life stories, and it's quite easy to get very emotional and overwhelmed in the moment. And while expressing emotions is never a bad thing, but then again, there's a time and place for things. And so you may have seen this or heard about this, or if you're not aware of this, but a lot of times during pageant interviews, candidates end up tearing up. When the panelist or the interviewer is asking you a certain question during the interview in that room, they are looking for a title holder, a public figure who will be able to represent that organization and the country later on at some point. And there are going to be a lot of overwhelming moments. And so it's so important for a public figure to leave that emotional baggage behind. Under the public eye, you cannot bring in all those emotions to that front. And it's so important to remain calm and composed in a lot of different situations. You may have been having a really hard time on your personal front. You might be going through a lot of stress. You may not have slept for days. There is absolutely no reason for you to end up tearing up or break down in a situation like that. You have to understand the right time and place for the intensity of emotions that you are displaying. And so even if you think that getting emotional might help you build a stronger connection or have an emotional connect with a certain judge or a panelist, but at the same time, they are also looking at it from an outer perspective, from a third eye, and they are also thinking that this person might just break down at the international stage, and we don't want that. And so to summarize, staying calm and composed in difficult situations is also one of the qualities that panelists and interviewers would be looking for in a title holder, apart from her being confident, compassionate, being inspiring, and having good communication skills. So these are my 5 tips and advice for anyone who might be preparing for their interview round right now. I hope you guys found this video super helpful and informative, and please comment down below which of these 5 tips did you find the most useful. Also, don't forget to follow me on my Instagram and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And don't forget to turn on your post notifications because we do have an announcement coming up. So I would not want you guys to miss it. As always, I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys very soon in my next video. Bye-bye.